The White House meeting virtually with executives from the battered airline industry today to talk about COVID and travel-related issues. Phil LeBeau joins us right now. He's got more on that front. Phil, good morning.
Good morning, Becky. This meeting is coming just a few days after the Transportation Secretary said during an interview that they are simply looking at the possibility of whether or not negative COVID-19 tests should be required for people who are flying domestically. Now, keep in mind, that is the requirement for international flights. So today, airline executives will be meeting virtually with the White House COVID-19 task force, obviously talking about what measures are in place right now and should more measures be taken. And specifically, should there be the requirement of a negative COVID-19 test for a domestic flight? Keep in mind that negative tests are required for those who are flying internationally right now. It's a very small number relative to the overall number of people who are flying when you look at the international flights. Airline executives are of the opinion, and I've talked to a number of them this week, that the combination of masks, disinfecting, all of those are limiting the spread of COVID-19. Domestic passenger levels, this is the concern for the industry. They're worse right now in many cases than in the fourth quarter, down 60 to 70% depending on the day of the week. And the airlines right now, as you take a look at these stocks over the last 6 months, they're expecting the cash burn for the first quarter to be pretty similar to what they saw in the fourth quarter. And they are not expecting a dramatic improvement until the middle of the year. And in some cases, when you ask airline executives, they sit there and they say, yeah, I think May, I think June. It's not, yeah, we're confident that it's in May and in June. There are increased advanced bookings, guys, but at this point, they're to a certain extent hoping that we start to see a real fall off in cases and the spread of COVID-19, and that is really what they believe will get people flying again.
Hey, Phil, I have heard, it seems, a lot of chatter recently about the airlines pushing back on this idea of requiring either a vaccine or a recent COVID test that shows a negative test for domestic travel.
That's correct. They are of the opinion, Becky, that you have masking in place, the disinfecting. When you're on the plane, you've got the HEPA filters. And they are of the opinion that all of these measures make it very unlikely that you are going to contract or spread COVID-19 when you are in the airport or when you are on a flight. Now, the counter argument to that is, yeah, but if you have a guarantee of a negative test, then you know or you feel confident that everybody is negative on the flight, though people have made it clear there's no 100% guarantee. You may test on Wednesday and you're negative, and then you're flying the next afternoon. Who's to say you don't contract it in the meantime? So that's the argument from the industry, and they also believe that it's gonna force people to say, you know what, I'm scheduled for a trip. I don't want to go through the hassle of getting a test. I'm not going to do it, and that's the last thing they want at this point.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.